Welcome to Should You Platinum, a show where I talk about a game I've recently got the platinum in and share my experience of the platinum journey and whether or not I think you should platinum it. And today I'm going to be taking a look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the 2022 reboot available on PS4 and PS5. So let's get on with it, shall we? In total, there were 25 trophies for me to collect. 6 gold, 14 silver and 4 bronze trophies plus the platinum, and it took me 20 hours to get all of those done. I did 2 playthroughs plus some chapter specific trophies via chapter select, and there was also 3 Spec Ops missions online to get, but thankfully nothing was missable. So the first step towards your platinum is to go for the Spec Ops online co-op missions to get the 6 online trophies out of the way first. So thankfully there is no actual multiplayer trophies in terms of the classic death matches and team death matches and all that sort of thing, so you don't have to worry about prestiging your character and leveling up all the guns, unlocking all the operators and doing general things in an online multiplayer match like getting a massive kill streak to get a juggernaut pulled down. So thankfully there's none of that bullshit, but unfortunately there is 6 online trophies in this one. And that can be a bit annoying for some. So just go for these first to get them out of the way and save you the stress of trying to do them after all the others. So what we have to do is play through the 3 Spec Ops missions, and each one has a requirement for 3 stars, whether it's beating it within a time limit or with 3 or fewer bombs blown up. And these are what unlocks a trophy for each mission if you can get 3 stars in on them. So the first trophy you would get is for just beating a mission and getting 1 star. The first mission I did was the low profile one, which is a stealth based mission, and upon completing that with 3 stars in the time limit I got the trophy, and I also unlocked the beginning trophy for getting at least 1 star at the same time because I did it on my first go. So now let's talk about a glitch trophy that happens to be on that low profile map, and it is the silver going dark trophy for beating that level without raising any alarms. So there's a neat little trick you can do with this. Progress in the mission until you've done all of the objectives and all that's left is to extract. Then just kill yourselves, and then on the failed killed in action screen select retry, and as soon as you retry the trophy will just instantly pop as it forgets all the alarms you raised, and that's a great little saver because that one would be really tough otherwise. Next up we have the Silver Kings of the Mountain trophy for beating the Mount Zaya or something mission with 3 stars. So this just basically requires you to not let the terrorists blow up any more than 3 bombs, and I did this on my first attempt. It's basically 6 waves that you have to go through. They do get harder as you progress, and at certain points you'll have to defend 2 at the same time, but just split up. A good teammate is needed for that one, I think. Next up we have the hardest of the online trophies, the Silver Halroyd trophy for beating the denied area with 3 stars, which requires you to complete the mission in under 16 minutes. This was the toughest trophy in the game for me because you do really need a good partner or a good mate to play with who knows what they're doing, because it's a really tight time compared to the other one on low profile, and there's a lot to do in this one. So just take some of the advice that you can see it on screen now, because I'm giving some little hints from what I did. If you're playing this like I did with randoms, then you're gonna need a lot of luck to just get matched with someone who is actually capable. The key for me was splitting up at the point where you have to go to B, C and D. You'll want to get one going for B while the other goes for D, and then once you've blown those 2 SAM sites up, meet at C, which is where the juggernaut is, and then you can both take out that one together. I would always advise you to take a rocket launcher with you. You can see them in all the restock sheds things, as well as the revive kit, just in case you go down when you're on your own, and just keep moving. That is the key, really. You've got to just keep pushing through. There's a lot of areas where you can just skip past all the enemies there in your truck or your car or whatever you're driving, so you don't have to actually kill them. And even when you get to the SAM sites, just shoot your way in to make a path. plant the bomb, and then just get out of there. You don't have to clear the whole area and then go in, because that will take you far too long. Just shoot what's directly in front of you to get there and blow it up. I would also advise probably best to shoot the guys on the roofs, because they have the rocket launchers. And then watch out for that Juggernaut in SAM Site C. Just have one of you go from the left side to distract the Juggernaut, and then the other one goes around the opposite way to just sneak in, plant it, and get out. And then once you've planted it, get ready to blow up the chopper that comes, because they are really annoying as well. But you can find all of the stuff by the ammo shed thing on the left side of this entrance. Take out that and then just bomb it down to the exit point. There'll be a load of cars there that try and ambush you. Whatever you do, don't get out the car there. Just keep driving on the runway. Make sure you dodge the bloody plane as it lands, and then just drive into the back of it. You don't have to fight all those enemies there, because that'll just slow you down even more, to be honest. Yeah, this was one that I thought was going to be a platinum blocker for me, because I didn't really have any mates to play this with at that point when I was going for it, and it did take me a few goes to get used to the mission. I was getting times at like 20, 25, 17, all sorts. I think it took me a good 10 attempts before I finally got this, but just keep at it. As soon as you realise that you can just rush in, like at the start, the game will tell you to snipe everyone in that first area A silently, but you're better off just rushing in. Kill the first few sniped and kill the 3 on the roofs, that's fine, but after that just run down, because as soon as the alarm raises anyway, the mortar guy's going to come, so just take him out. Always run to the building that they're in, and you can go into the bedrooms at the top, and then at the very back of the bedroom you'll find a little alcove bit, and there's a ladder that you can climb to get to the roof, and that's how you can take out the mortar guys. And then I always used to just stay on the roofs in site A and D to just take out everyone down below, to clear a path for yourself or the teammate to blow up those. So yeah, just keep trying it, and eventually you will beat it within that target time. And I think as time goes on, the more you play it, the more you're unlocking and leveling up, so you can go in with more things, more armor plates and things like that. So the more you do it, the easier it becomes, I think. Okay, so now let's talk about one of the collectible trophies. Well, the only collectible trophy in the game, and that's tied to the Spec Ops missions, because you need to pick up a total of 20 intel items. So I just used a guide on YouTube for this. I recommend doing that. You want to get most of them in the low profile mission, because that's an easier one to just wander around in, and then pick up the last 5 or so that you need in the denied area map. So they're often in rooms and buildings that you go to as part of the mission. You'll just find them on tables and things like that, and just press square to pick up them. There's way more than 20, so it's not too bad. So the second step, once we've got that out of the way, is to do the campaign, and I recommend playing on hardened first to get a feel of the difficulty, and to not ruin your experience of the story by playing it on veteran, because it can get annoying at times. So once you complete the game for the first time, you'll unlock the gold time for pints trophy for beating the story. It's a fun adventure that'll probably only take you around 10 to 12 hours. So the third step is the campaign cleanup. Play this on veteran via chapter select, and just pick up any of the misc trophies in chapters that you didn't happen to get when you just naturally play through. So I'm going to order these in the order you'll get them in the missions. So mission 3 wet work has this trophy for killing 3 enemies while underwater. So at the start of the mission, there's a guy on a jetty. You can kill him with a knife and then pick up the pistol, and then you just want to press X or circle to swim underwater, and then just kill the 2 enemies on the boat and the one at the pier. If you struggle to get the ones on the boat, swim past them all the way down on the right, and you can kill some more on the jetties. Also in mission 3 wet work in this same area is another trophy called Nessie, which requires you to kill everyone in this area silently without anyone being alerted. So thankfully, if you do mess up halfway through, just pause and press restart last checkpoint. That is a thing that we could do for a lot of these trophies, and we'll be abusing the hell out of it. So yeah, if you do make a mistake, someone starts shooting at you, just pause and restart the checkpoint, and you'll get it once you kill everyone without being seen. So next up we jump right the way to mission 9, the sniper mission, recon by fire, and this trophy is awarded for completing the 2 sniper areas without raising the alarm. So you just have to look at the enemies in your scope, and Price will tell you how many notches to aim up from in order to hit them, and it's just following his instructions. You'll get it. At the lighthouse, you need to make sure you go for headshots because everyone's got armor on, but other than that, if you just take your time, it shouldn't be too hard. Next up, we have the test drive trophy for driving in 5 different vehicle types, and this is something you can do in mission 10, the awesome Uncharted style chase section. So just watch when you're climbing out your vehicle, because it's a bit ropey jumping from car to car, but you want to try and use some pedestrian vehicles that are parked on the side of the roads, as well as the truck and the Jeep. And once you do all 5 different vehicle types, you'll get that trophy. Play it on recruit, it's a lot easier to do. Okay, so also in this same mission, we have the keeping this one trophy, sorry. And that is for completing the whole of this mission using just one vehicle. Now I did this on my hardened playthrough, because if you die in the vehicle, you just restart the checkpoint and you've still got your car. It's the same one, it doesn't matter if you die. But yeah, just make sure you always pop out of your car and shoot. Eventually you'll get to this truck bit where you have to jump out, and as soon as you do that, if you stayed in that same car all the way up to there, you'll get the trophy. So in the campaign, there are 3 safes that we need to open in order to unlock the Gentleman Thief trophy, and the first one is in mission 11, Al Sin Nombre. So after we do all this interrogation scene, we will eventually get a balaclava and a knife off of Alessandro. I probably just said his name wrong, so apologies. Then you want to walk out of the room, round the back into the backyard, and we can jump on like a flower bed and climb up to a balcony. In there, you want to walk up the stairs and then go forward through the bar area, and there'll be a guy on a walkway. You just throw a knife at him, walk along the walkway, and there's a building room on the left, but there's a guy on the right as well, so you need to take him out. Go in there and then use the code that you can see on screen to unlock the first safe. So also in this mission, we need to complete the whole mission without killing anyone or raising alarms. So you're going to have to do that in a separate run of this level, because you can't really get to that safe without triggering an alarm or killing someone. So I went back via chapter select to get that safe, and I just did this in my normal run. Again, if you get caught, or if you see someone about to shoot you, or something, or you think you're going to get spied, pause and just checkpoint restart. So in mission 12, we can get a crappy way to die for killing the guy in this blue toilet. So you'll see here, the teammates actually just killed him instantly. So if you see that happens to you, and you think you've just lost out on getting this trophy, just pause, select last checkpoint, and then as it loads, immediately shoot at that toilet, and you'll get the crappy way to die trophy for killing him. Okay, so next up, in mission 12, Dark Water, we have to get across the entire length of the boat without touching the floor. So as soon as the boat that you're in crash lands onto it, we need to jump on the boat and then onto the cargo containers, and we need to slowly but surely make our way all the way across to the other side of the ship without touching the floor, all the while being attacked by enemies. So this is definitely one you want to do on recruit, because I tried it on hardened and I was just getting killed as I got close to the end. So you just want to take your time here, try and land on the bigger ones and use some of the little ones to get you across to them. If you do jump and fall, or you end up getting killed, just pause and restart checkpoint, and you should be out in a container. I don't think there's too many checkpoints up here, but hopefully you can get far enough and just make sure you don't fall off. Sometimes you can hang on the edge and it looks like you've fallen down, but you should be okay if he's hung on. And just take your time, wait, because the ship will move and the containers will move about, but eventually it will show you a path of where you can jump to it because it gets close enough. So just take your time with that one. Also, when you get to the end at this point, stand on a container and jump up onto the railings. You want to hang on them and then climb up and stand on them, and then just crawl your way across this railing to the very end, because if you jump off on the last crate, I don't think that's far enough. So just do what you see here to get the trophy for sure. That one was a really annoying one, to be honest. Definitely do it on recruit. Okay, so in mission 13 alone, we can find the final 2 safes for the Gentleman Thief trophy. So the first safe code is 101080, and this is in a little room before you jump down a hole. And you'll see a guy knocking on a door as he's dying. So that's that one there. And then the second one is in a garage. So the trophy's popping for me because I did chapter select for the previous mission to get that one. So once you do all three, you'll get it. In mission 13, we can also unlock the gold gunless trophy for completing this entire mission without ever firing any guns. So to have an easier time, do it on recruit, though I did it on hardened. You can throw bombs, you can throw cocktails, you can throw knives, you can kill them with anything but a gun. And that includes the crossbow, so don't fire any. Once you get to the very end of the mission, you'll unlock the trophy if you didn't kill anyone with a gun. So in mission 14, Prison Break, we can get the silver No Time to Lose trophy for beating the CCTV section in under 4 minutes. So this is a section where it's kind of like Watch Dogs, where you tell Ghost where to move, and we have to take him along a route, killing enemies and planting bombs on trucks. So just follow the route I'm doing in this video. I have sped it up, so just slow it down if you need to. Only kill the ones that I'm killing and only move to the points that I'm moving to, because this is quite a tight time limit. So here we kill that guy and throw him into the bin, and then we call around and just kill that one guy that's standing. Now you think the other guy patrolling would see him dead, but he doesn't for some reason. So you can just quickly go around there, and as you can see, I fucked up there, but I just pause and restart checkpoint to do it again. So even if you keep failing, the time doesn't get added on from that fail, so you're still okay. It just saves it from that first time you got to the checkpoint, so you can just keep retrying little sections as much as you want. Thankfully, this is pretty much at the start of the mission, once you get over the wall, so if you do fail it, it's easy enough to go back to in chapter select. Look here, you kill this guy with a knife, then immediately kill this guy down here, then you want to move the guy down to this bottom bit here. Once that guy who's walking around walks to the guy on the left, you're free to move around. Don't do it too early like you saw me do it there, because they will see you. It's really weird because you think you're going to get caught, but you actually don't, because if you watch them, they walk forwards, but they move their heads. So look, you can sneak around there. And then here, you can instantly press the knife button, and Ghost will actually move out of the guy's line of sight himself. Make sure you plant the bomb on that truck there, then move across the road and knife this guy. And here's another section where you can run through it quite quickly. Go to that middle box, wait for that guy, and then go to the truck. See, look, he moved his head and saw me there, but on this next attempt, I think I get past him. It's one that you just want to follow a route online with, to be honest. Plant the bomb and then quickly walk around without getting caught. But again, you can see I keep failing it, and I'll keep restarting, but I still have the time because it doesn't keep adding on all these fails. So then once you walk past him, go to the last camera, go to this little wall, wait for those two guys who are walking in to go and talk to the guy by the truck, and then you want to go to this first truck here. And then as they split up and that guy walks down, you just want to go straight to the bomb. Don't bother killing the guy. Just go straight to the bomb and plant on it. And then you'll get the trophy. And then you just have this awkward bit where he just stands there talking while that guy's right by him. Ghost totally got caught there. So another one in mission 14, Prison Break, that we can get is the Daredevil trophy for killing 2 enemies blinded by 1 flashbang. So there's a point where a truck will come in. One of the trucks that we planted a bomb on as a ghost earlier. So if you just hide behind this wall and just flashbang. See, I was flashbanging myself because I thought it was for me, but I think you just have to flashbang one group of enemies with 1 flashbang and get it that way. But that's an easy spot to get it anyway, even though I was fucking it up. Another one in mission 14 requires you to kill or gassed or blinded enemies using a Molotov frag and Semtex. So you get a load of these throughout the mission. There's a corridor where you get a refill crate just before you go around the corner, and there's loads of enemies with riot shields there. So just lob a tear gas or a flashbang and then just chuck cocktails down. That will get you first one. And there's multiple areas where you can do these fights, so you should get that one without really trying. Another one in mission 14 that you can get is the Wall of Duty bronze trophy for getting 3 kills while using the riot shield. So in multiple fights that you have throughout this chapter, you'll see enemies with riot shields, so just shoot their feet and then kill them as they stumble, and then pick up their riot shield and just whack enemies with it. You should be able to kill 3 before you die, even on hardened like I got it here. And as soon as you kill 3 with it, you'll unlock the bronze trophy. Another easy one, to be honest. Okay, so in mission 16 we have one of the most bullshit trophies in the game, the Practice Makes Perfect trophy, which requires you to shoot all of the wooden targets around this area, all the while avoiding the boss who's in a tank and all those bullshit armoured enemies that spawn in and chase after you. So this one, you want to take advantage of the checkpoints you can get when you blow up some Semtex onto the tank. So run around the area, pick up some Semtex and shoot as many of the targets as you can. Once you feel like you've got a good load of them, use one of the Semtexes on the tank to get a checkpoint to secure those targets that you've shot. That way, if you die, you're not going to lose all of them and have to start from the very beginning. The tank takes around 3 Semtexes to destroy, so you can actually get 2 checkpoints via the first 2 bombs that you blow it up with. So just run around and hopefully you'll find them all before you die. So in the final mission, 17, Countdown, we can get the Must Be the Wind trophy for killing all the enemies during the rappel section without them firing back at you. So there's 3 windows you have to go up to do them, and this is the last one that you can see in this trophy here. There's 2 guys on the right and 3 on the left, and it's just a case of lining yourself up and just shooting them as quick as you can before they get a chance to shoot. Again, you can use the restart checkpoint if you fail at one of the windows. So step 4 is the veteran playthrough, and this was quite annoying, to be honest, at parts. This is very much a skill-based trophy because you're going to need to be good with the game in order to get through this mode, because enemies can kill you in like 1 or 2 bullets and now hit you with pinpoint accuracy really quickly, so it does get quite frustrating. But as soon as you complete all of the missions and you do your last mission, the trophy will pop. You can tell you completed them all on veteran by looking at the mission select screen. Now I did it via new game and just started again from the beginning and did it in pretty much 1 session. But yeah, it is tough. It's not as tough as other COD veteran difficulties, but it still feels bullshit at times when you just stick your head around a corner and it's instantly just blown off by some prick who can just hit you with pinpoint accuracy, doing shitloads of damage immediately. It does get frustrating, but you just got to take your time, and thankfully the game is really generous with checkpoints, so you never put back too far away from where you died. And a lot of the times you can also let the teammates who you're with do a lot of the kills. If you just hide in a corner, eventually they'll kill them all. Make use of flashbangs and grenades if you have them, as well as the armor plates for the later missions. And yeah, just try and find a good area to go and just knuckle down in, and just try and hopefully survive. But yeah, just be prepared for a lot of just deaths when you enter a room for the first time. There's a few sections where it is genuinely tough, like these breaching the rooms on the sniper mission. They were quite hard, especially the last one. Fuck me, when they all ran outside and I just had this one last guy to kill, it was devastating. The hardest ones for me were probably the car mission, which I just failed at in all kinds of new ways. I mean, look at this.
Today, boys. Nick, a punch through.
Coffee Sergeant. Why are you stopping? Be advised, there is a situation after all.
What the fuck?
Stay on, we're heading your way.
Oh, straight away as well, mate. Yeah, straight up fucking way, mate. Fucking hell, pal. Position, motherfucker.
Now, Sergeant! Boarding APC!
Oh my days, man! Oh yeah, okay. Roll the fucking vehicle as if it's made of nothing.
Now, Sergeant! Boarding APC!
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Every time you fucking jump, it just fucking... The ship one was also quite a tough mission, especially the bit where all the cargo containers are moving back and forth. Trying to push up that area was quite tough, but you'll have to find these little alcove bits on the right or left sides of the ship that you can just knuckle down in and hide in there. So yeah, just keep trying with that one and eventually you'll get that trophy, and once you do that, if you've got all the others, you'll unlock the Platinum Trophy in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And for me, this was a 20-something hour platinum, and it was frustrating at times on veteran, and the online trophies were a little bit annoying, but overall I had a fun time with this. The story isn't as great as the first rebooted version of Modern Warfare, but I still enjoyed this, and I think it is a good game that's worthy of the platinum, so that's why it's going to get the Platit rating.
He's got his beanie on. He switched the console on. It's just a game, so why's he getting so pissed off? He's playing shitty games, the ones he seems to hate. Game over again. Okay, let's give this one more try.